We played in 7-game series and made the 12 enough runs. What is the difference, if there is any, mentally preparing to play a 7-game series than a 5-game series?
Well, I think just based off of the series that we've had so far, they've been spread out, whereas this one's going to be pretty much every other day for about a week. So that's the biggest difference between those series and this series coming up.
Is it nice to get the other series were lengthened out to finish a series and kind of be able to take a breath? Is that good for the mind?
Yeah, I think it is. Good for your mind, good for your body, and help us reset to get ready to execute on the things that we need to be successful this series.
What is the talk when we have a week off, going into an Eastern Conference Finals, mindset-wise, vibe in the locker room? Does anything change, or do you have to try your best to make sure nothing does change?
I think it's business as usual. At least I've said this before, that everybody has different ways to prepare for games. But for me, it's just keeping my routine, doing what I do, and trying to get better and keep building each day.
How does Mersch that better? Honestly, teams you guys have seen?
Well, they have an older team, but there's other older teams that we played this season. Physical team, a great arena, and they've had coaches had success in the past at this level, so it's a great challenge.
Going to bring, how much does it do for the group's confidence? You guys passed that test when it comes to Syracuse in that regard.
Yeah, Syracuse is definitely a physical team, and they play a heavy, well-structured game. So each series is different, and you got to bring your A game each one. Well, it's the quicker you can get everybody on board to what we're trying to do here, the better. So you never know when your name is going to get called upon, and having depth at this time of the year is important.
That coming into this group and being a part of this, does it provide a spark? Maybe like this time of the season, or
Well, I think it's nice for us to have them, and like I said, if you need depth at this time of the year, and even if you look ahead, like the big picture, guys last year who played at the end of last year when we had a good playoff, and that carryover and that experience that those guys had last year, it helps at this time of year to know what to expect. So I think it's important for those guys, one for themselves, to be able to get a little taste of how things work at this level. So it'll be easier transformation for them when the time comes to pro hockey permanently. But also, next year when the team tries to do this type of stuff, and you have guys who have kind of seen it, whether they play or not, it could help the team. He's a little speedster. He's got a lot of energy to his game. Obviously, he's highly skilled, and he was drafted in the spot he was for a reason. So met him at training camp at the beginning of the year in Buffalo, and then getting to know him a little bit more here. So he came in last night, so I'm sure he's just getting his feet wet and trying to get into a routine.
What's different about you, the player, since the player that came in and led his team to a Calder Cup in the early stages of your career to now?
Yeah, it's fun to look back on that and see what how you progress as a player and things you learn from, and I feel like obviously it's been 9 years now, but I'm a pretty different player, but I've looked back at some experience I've had during that run and figured out what worked for me, and try to add that stuff into this time around, and see stuff that didn't work for you, like last year for me. So you're always trying to make little adjustments, but specifically answer your question, I think just having the maturity is huge at this time of the year. So different teams, obviously, but stuff you can learn from.